Well, Coach Narduzzi, thanks a lot for having us in the film session. Let's talk a little bit about your defense. Before we start to get into this film and you coach us up, talk to us about some of the things you guys were able to accomplish last year and really how this team's built.
Well, we were accomplishing a lot last year. Our kids played their tails off, and I'm awful proud of them. But the thing we're also stressing, Howard, that was last year. We're already into this year, but our kids have really bought into what we're doing. They're playing hard, playing fast, and playing physical, and we want to have a physical defense.
Well, let's get into it. I mean, this is something our fans don't get an opportunity to see, and I think this is going to be really special for them.
Well, what I was going to do is take you through, our base coverage, just show you some passes and how we defend it. But the first thing I got to point out is we're always in a two shell with our secondary. So we'll always have, as you watch us, regardless of what defense we're going to run, we're going to have two high safeties, and we're going to have two corners that are probably 95% of the time pressed up on a number one receiver. We think right now, if you're a quarterback, you're looking out there going, wow, I can't throw a short throw. So, we're an attacking front. We're a blitz defense, and we also have an attacking philosophy with our corners because we're up, in a wide receiver's face every snap, and that's something that we like to do. Our base coverage is what we call cover four. Cover four means that all four of these DBs are going to take a vertical route. So quarters coverage for our cover four means if all four guys go vertical, that we've got a guy on top of them. If they go four verticals, we're covering all fatal routes with verticals, okay? So corners are pressed up. The DB's jobs are to take all the vertical routes, okay? And the next question is, what is a vertical? If that tight end goes up vertical 8 yards or 9 yards, okay, we say that's vertical, okay? And we give the safeties the ability to say, Coach, I thought it was vertical. So we're telling the safety, hey, if you thought he was vertical, he's vertical. It's up to you. Our linebackers are going to match all the receivers underneath, the number 2 and number 3 receivers, okay? So that's number 1, that's number 1, that's number 2, probably that guy's number 2, and that's number 3. We feel like if an offense has got to shake and bake to get off that press, they're wasting time. And the more time they waste right there, the worse their timing is going to be down the field. So right there, we feel like we've won right there. If you're shaking and baking the line of scrimmage, he runs an inside release, he's vertical, our corner stays on him. Pretty darn good coverage by Darquez right there, okay? Now, he's got a man-to-man vertical. He may have help out of these two as well, okay? It all depends on what the inside receivers do, as you know. Looking at the corner up top, Johnny Adams, again, press technique, inside leverage. Again, he's all over him. I mean, the number one receivers are pretty much locked down when the quarterback's back in his drop. Looking at the underneath coverage, our outside backers are going to take the first thing. He's got the first thing to the flat. See how something comes to flat? He's taking it. So you can see we got the underneath check down routes covered as well. So, if the deep route's not there, usually most quarterbacks are going to go to the check down. So Murray here, the quarterback, is having a hard time deciding where to go with the ball. And then we'll go to the end zone, watch at least how the pressure got home. And it's a great sack by William Golston. We're just bringing four-man pressure here out of a 3-4 look. And, William Golston, just gets a good edge there, rips around the corner, is able to get the quarterback. Again, what can we do better on that play? Something we need to get better at is we got to get that ball out of the quarterback's hand. Sacks are nice, but when you watch NFL football, we got to tomahawk down, we got to rake that ball out of the quarterback's hand. And that's where we've got to get more fumbles as a defense. Here against Iowa, spreading out. Now we got 4 wide outs. Same coverage, nothing changes. We're going to play our base. So if they run 4 verticals, this is how we want to play 4 verticals. Again, pass read by the offense line is telling our backers it's pass. They exit out. Again, these guys have them vertical. We'd like to have reroutes inside, but 4 verticals right there. I don't know if you could be in any better position versus 4 verticals. All the verticals are covered. The short throw is doubled by an underneath, and the Mike's staying low on the check down. That's everybody doing their job. There's really nowhere for that quarterback to throw. He's got to throw it way down the middle, which the receiver can't bend it that far inside. And then, last play, our linebackers are low. So, you can get the 4 verticals here. Again, there's 4 vertical threats here, but everybody's going to do the job. The guy goes inside. Okay, so these 2 backers right here are going to switch off on those route right there. Okay, so they're really matching underneath. He sees that guy's getting the ball, so he breaks up and is able to make a TFL. It's a great job by the backer here. You haven't seen him do something like this, but he sees 2 goes out. He sees 1 coming back in. That's his new number 2, and he breaks on it. So if they would throw the screen there, done. Throw it there, it's done. It's perfectly executed by everybody, being where they need to be with their eyes.